What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning edition of the Daily Juice Podcast here on BettingPros.com. My name is Matt Perrault. You can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt here every single morning. Always being brought to you by BetMGM. The BetMGM offer, by the way, they have doubled it. So it's still Juice 100, but it now is a $10 bet to get $200 guaranteed from BetMGM. So if you don't have a BetMGM account, maybe the time to jump in here. $10 wager, you win $200. The promo code's still Juice100, but a Juice 100 will get you a double $200 in free wagers thanks to BetMGM, available, well, anywhere where BetMGM is available except for Nevada. All their states that they are available. BetMGM.com or on the BetMGM app. Using that promo code Juice100 for a $10 wager for $200 in free bets from BetMGM. All right, so everyone is after me for the Circa Million contest, all right? Today is the last day to register. One thing, there is no screenshot, okay? That was my bad. You go to bettingpros.com/million. That's the easiest way to do it. bettingpros.com/million and fill out the form. That's kind of it. There's all different things to put in your handle. They'll be able to check and see if you're following us. If you left a review for us, they can check it all out. But you do need to have followed us on YouTube. I actually haven't checked to see where we're at from a YouTube number perspective. I knew where we were before last night. Let's see where we are now from a YouTube perspective, because I got a whole lot of DMs, and okay, we're nearly at 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is very cool. That was the goal before the end of August. We should get there tonight. You get 3 more entries into the Circa Million team contest if you have subscribed to our Betting Pros YouTube channel. Do it. It's really easy. It's really, really simple to do it. Just hit subscribe, and then you'll be in there. You get 3 more entries. bettingpros.com/million. So in case you were with us yesterday, what we're doing tonight, we are pulling 3 names to be a part of our Circa Million team that I'm going to be signing up coming up on Thursday, and then we'll make picks, 5 picks a week. We will do it on the Discord channel, except for week number 1. We might not be able to get everybody together. It's Labor Day. I'm going to California for a wedding. It's just kind of chaotic. So week 1 might not be on the Discord channel, but we're going to have a ton of stuff every week on the Discord channel for a Discord Stages conversation with me and the 5 winners. D. Nizzy and Cold Brewster from the Discord channel are already on it with me. 3 more of you guys will be on there. Whatever money we win, we give $1,000 back to Betting Pros for spotting us the 1,000, and then we split the money 6 ways. It's not bad, guys. It's not bad at all. Today's the last day, though. If you want in, bettingpros.com/million. It is free to enter, obviously. Betting Pros is putting us in the Circa Million, where you can win every 4 weeks. They have $250,000 up for grabs and a $1 million first place prize. It's going to be a really fun football year. I cannot wait to do it. I know a lot of you guys are psyched to get into it. We will notify you via email if you are in, and we will make the announcement, hopefully on the podcast. Maybe not on Thursday's podcast. It might be Friday's podcast by the time we get all the names together, but you know what? We know what's going on, okay? Just a heads up on that. Okay, so another hot night. Yankees, Blue Jays, under, cashes. Team total, Giants, over 6.5 cashes. Another 2-0 day. Another day where we're up nearly 1 unit. And things are going really, really well. You know what's funny? So this is what happens when you get really hot. So I think for every bet, we've made, 2,000 wagers officially on the Daily Juice. I think we're now down 3 units. I think that's where we are now in totality in the history of the Daily Juice. Football is regular season college football and regular season NFL, we're way up. We're going to have different sports. I'm bad in baseball. You guys know this. I'm bad in golf. You guys know this. Different sports. I'm better in different sports. But football-wise, we're off to a really good start. 13-3-1 in college football and full unit bets. That's great. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do today. I've got 1 baseball play. I may come back and give you another one for a half a unit in the Discord channel later on today. I have got a full unit bet for week 1 of college football. I already gave it to you guys in the Discord channel. I'm going to give it to you here on the podcast, a full explanation as to why I'm taking it for college football. And I have an NFL bet to give you guys coming up here for Monday night that we're going to jump into because the number is moving, and I want you to be able to get a key number, to get it below a key number coming up here for Monday. So let's start with baseball, and then we'll get to the two football plays. So it's a half a unit play, Yankees and the Blue Jays again. The total is 10, okay? Luis Gil is going for the Yankees, who has been extremely impressive. He's been hurt. He's 23 years old, hasn't allowed a run in 15 2/3 innings worth of work in 3 starters, but he was the one that got kicked out when Corey Kluber got put back into the rotation. He's only 23. The Yankees thought about bringing him in for relief. We don't really know how long this guy will be able to go today. He was shut down after having some shoulder tightness, but he's going to step up here, and he's going to get the start for the Yankees up against the Blue Jays today. The Yankees have lost 2 games in a row here in this series to Toronto. Things are not all that great right now in Yankee land. They've lost 4 consecutive games. They lost 2 games to the Orioles and 2 games to the Blue Jays. They scored 3, 7, 0, and 5 runs in these 4 games, and Garrett Cole left the game last night with hamstring tightness. So, look, not good. Yankees are now 78-60. They are 9 games back in the loss column to Tampa Bay as the Rays keep on beating up here on the Red Sox. Red Sox are 10 games back at 79-62, and the Yankees are still only a half a game up on the Red Sox for that first wild card spot. Red Sox are sitting there at second place right behind, occupying the other wild card spot. But this is a big game. It's a big game for both teams. And they're going to throw their big right-hander in Alek Manoah for the Blue Jays, who's 5-2 with a 3.63 ERA. Now, this guy really is hit or miss, okay? Against the Oakland A's last time out, 5 innings, 5 hits, 6 earned runs. Not good. Against Detroit, he went 6 1/3, 2 earned runs, 4 hits. Against the White Sox, he went 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 run. But before that, he went against Washington, 3 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Not good, okay? I'm not sure which version of Alek Manoah we're going to get. I just hope we're getting a good version of him. But even if we get an okay version or a bad version, the Yankees' offense has not been good. It's been anemic. I told you that yesterday. It's been anemic. These teams, when these teams play, they just don't score a lot of runs. It's kind of remarkable, but you go back and look at it here, and 5-1, 8-0 in the first 2 games of this series. You go back to the games in Toronto, 8-4, so that would have gone over. But 3-2, 6-5, that would have gone over. But 5-3, 2-0, 6-2, 5-4, 7-3, 3-1, 3-1, 5-3, 3-2. You get the vibe here? The total is 10. I'm not entirely sure why the total is 10, but I'm taking half a unit on the Yankees. Blue Jays, under 10. Just going back to the same thing. I mean, I'm not going to overthink this. These teams aren't scoring. Gil's a pretty good pitcher, and the bullpen for the Yankees is not great, but hopefully he goes 6-7 innings, and the Yankees really need this game. I mean, they need this game against Toronto. I'm going to go under 10 here, half a unit. Yankees, Blue Jays, under 10 for a half a unit. Okay? So there's the one baseball play today. I may have another half a unit later on. I may get involved with that Giants-Rockies game. I don't know. In the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat, or underneath me here on YouTube to get in. Let's talk college football. Let's talk on Saturday, okay? So I've given you the teaser on Thursday, or one of the legs for the teaser on Thursday. Let's talk about our first play in college football. I gave you guys this already. Iowa State, Iowa is the Cyhawk game. I covered this game closely for years. Been to it in Ames, been to it in Kinnick in Iowa City. Amazing college football pageantry, great rivalry, huge deal. Game was not played last year due to COVID and COVID scheduling. Iowa State, top 10 team, 1-0. They beat Northern Iowa 16-10 last week. That had some people nervous. Not me. 20 starters back, including all Big 12 players like Brock Purdy, their quarterback, and running back Breece Hall. 3-2 last year against the spread as a home favorite. Matt Campbell back for year 6. He could have left chose not to, stuck around because he wants to win something big here with this team. He's got tight ends like Charlie Kohler back, a top 10 wide receiver group in the nation, 7 offensive linemen who are coming back off last year's team who started games last year on the O-line. The defense is led by their linebackers who completely fly around to the football. In the Cyhawk game, Iowa State is 1-3-1 against the spread over their last 5 games. Game day is going to be there. Last time game day was there, Iowa beat Iowa State. It ticked off Cyclone fans in a big way. 5 straight losses for Iowa State up against Iowa. And in 2019, they lost 18-17 after beating Northern Iowa 29-26 in the game before that. Like I mentioned, they didn't play this game last year. Iowa last week beat the doors off Indiana 34-6. They were 6-2 last year. They returned 14 starters, 3 interceptions by that back 7 for Iowa last week against Indiana. I told you that, look, that back 7's decent. The front 4 is not that great for Iowa, but Indiana did not even try to run the football against Iowa. Only 77 yards rushing in that game. Iowa went 4-12 on third downs, however, and they lost 2 fumbles in that game. Goodson ran for 99 yards. But I think the books have overreacted here. I think this number should be 7. I think Iowa State is a much more talented football team than Iowa is. I got this at 4.5 yesterday, and I told you the number was climbing, so jump on it. It's 5.5. I think you're safe taking this number up to 6, okay? I wouldn't go higher than 6. But I think Iowa State wins this game by 7 points or more, and I think Iowa State didn't show anything against Northern Iowa. They went in there with a completely vanilla milquetoast offense, knowing that they were going to show everything here against Iowa. Just get the win and move on. A sleepy victory, and everyone's overreacting. Oh my gosh, Iowa State's overrated. They're not that good. Iowa is not a top 12 team in the country, guys. I'm sorry. That is a joke ranking for Iowa. Iowa State, 7 points or more. They win and they cover in the Cyhawk game, taking Iowa State minus 4.5 officially here for a full unit. Now, another NFL game, or an NFL side, or total I want to get to because the number is climbing. Okay, 51's a key number when it comes to totals. The over-under, the total for the Raiders against the Ravens on Monday Night Football, 50.5 is what I told you to grab. If it's 51, you can buy it down. But I think 50.5 is a key number here for the Raiders and the Ravens. Last year, the Las Vegas Raiders were 12-3-1 to the over in games they played. No crowd. They went over 80% of the time in their games last year. All gas on offense, no brakes on defense. I haven't seen enough of this defense to say this defense has improved to the point where they can slow down Lamar Jackson. But I also think this offense for the Raiders is going to be pretty good. I think the Raiders are going to be involved in high-scoring games all year long. I am a huge Waller fan. I think Derek Carr's good enough. Josh Jacobs and company. Everyone's saying the offensive line, too many changes. I don't know about that. Look, the Ravens' defense is good, not great. The Ravens weren't great themselves to the over last year. They were 7-11 to the over. That's 61.1% to the under for the Baltimore Ravens. But I think you can move the football on these guys. I think you can score on these guys. And I think that the Raiders are going to be able to put some points up. I know the Ravens are going to score on the Raiders' defense. There's no debate in my mind. They're going to score, and they're going to score a lot. Okay, in the opener last year, it was a 25-point win over Cleveland for the Ravens. They won by 32. They won by 32 points. It was a 6-point line. They cleared it by 25 points. They beat Houston in the next game. Line was 7.5, and they won by 17. They cleared it by 9.5. So everyone's kind of pointing at this, saying like, out of the gate, look out. But the running back situation for the Ravens really does concern me. I mean, they signed Le'Veon Bell, for goodness sakes. I mean, they're desperate for running back help. And they've got the Gus Bus, but they're they've lost 2 running backs to season-ending injuries here. I think that means Lamar Jackson has to throw a lot. That means turnovers potentially, short fields. Raiders might be able to capitalize and score touchdowns and score field goals off of that. Rocking environment, Monday Night Football, the first Raider game officially with a crowd present. Over 50.5. I think we're seeing points between the Ravens and the Raiders coming up on Monday Night Football. I think we're in for a straight-up shootout between these two teams. I'm going over 50.5 for 1 unit for the Ravens and the Raiders. Okay, so one play for the Yankees and the Blue Jays under 10 runs here for a half a unit. We're taking Iowa State minus 4.5 in the Cy-Hawk game against Iowa for 1 unit. And we're taking the over for the Raiders and the Ravens, 50.5 for 1 unit. We'll have more football plays coming up tomorrow. We'll probably give you on Wednesday, we'll give you the Thursday night football play, or maybe we hold it for Thursday. I'm watching the line movement, see where it goes on that. Any late COVID news or whatnot in the NFL. But I'll give you more plays for football as we approach the college and pro year. We got Friday night games. We've got Saturday games, Sunday in the NFL, just a ton of stuff to come up. And remember to sign up for the Circa Million team for the Daily Juice, bettingpros.com/million. To fill it out, today is the last day to do it. We'll pull a name tonight at midnight, and we'll tell you at some point in the next 24, 48 hours who the 3 members of the team will be with me, Dean Izzy, and Cold Brewster for the Circa Million, which, by the way, starts technically on Thursday, but really starts on Sunday. You can register up to Saturday at 3 o'clock Pacific time to get into the Circa Million 3 contest. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice podcast right here on bettingpros.com. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.